Okay, first time Kat's driving in Georgia. In Tbilisi, literally, you're on a test. Literally, if you mess up something from the start. First initial thoughts.
Paradise. I mean, take a look.
What did you think about when we were driving and you just saw the city? I was just like, okay, look, that's the city. And we're just like on this road.
I was actually really impressed. I thought it would be more like a small village.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's like the architecture is very beautiful, very elegant, and like, you know, I haven't been to many places in Europe, but like it feels like Central Europe for sure.
The first
old
thing
Europe.
you said was like, oh, this is very European.
It feels very European.
What's something that you can now, as you've lived here for more than a month, that you can say that, oh, this is very different from the US?
That's such a good question. I feel like I just say the same stuff over and over, but at least for me, I think the idea around people's openness to gather together is like totally different from the US. Like people are very protective and guarded around hanging out together, gathering together, making plans. And here it's like everybody is like expecting the invite, waiting for the invite, doing something, extending that to you as well. And especially as a foreigner, it's like, really? Like we get the invite also? And of course, everything is fun. Everything is good. The wine's good, the food's good. And I think the events, like there's always something happening. And so the combination of like, everything is very enjoyable and so much more so than in the US, plus the fact that everybody's inviting you to it is interesting. I think for me, one of the most critical things that like I've learned to do coming here in order to make connections, fit in, like make friends here is, for one, just having a really genuine interest in where I am, and like cultural interest and an interest in the food and the people and wanting to get to know people. Like I find that really interesting, but just not only on like a surface level of like, oh, how is Georgia different from the US? Like, of course I talk about that, but if that's all you talk about, that gets a little tiring. And there's a lot to talk about as like a foreigner in that context. But the second part to all of this is really just being you and being like 100% yourself and being like not putting on this, oh, I'm the foreign guy thing. Like that's really annoying and really shallow. I do like it here. I do find that I say more positive things about Georgia than Georgians do a lot of times. And bringing that fresh perspective it's a lot more than just being like, I love King Kali, I love Khachapuri. It's more interesting to be like, no, you guys, I want you guys to love your country. I want you guys to be interested in it here and find what I find interesting about this place. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. Should we do it? Should we hit the zip line?
Oh, that's a zip line?
Uh-huh. One of the first things that I noticed like right away was seeing children, even young girls, walking by themselves most of the time at night. The fact that there are young girls that are safely walking around the streets at night, I was like, okay, this is a good place to be. That is a huge indicator that like parents trust the level of safety, and we would not have any issues if we brought my family here. And another thing that's really interesting is like I think of Georgia and I think of the growth potential here from a business standpoint, from an investment standpoint, from a cultural standpoint. Like, Georgia's government has set it up to be really like this recruitment funnel almost. Like, with the 365-day visa, people can come here. It's really easy to come here, seamless, and then they stay here longer. Then they meet lots of people, enjoy food and wine, and start to fall in love with this place. And so during that period, if they want to start a business, it takes half of a morning. So it's like the process to become kind of a resident of Georgia is actually really simple, and it's all designed in a way to where it just draws people in and then keeps them here. So I think we're going to see Georgia continuing to grow and develop because it's really underrated. It's not on the map right now. And so many other places in Europe are becoming less desirable to go to. And so with the ease of coming to Georgia, staying in Georgia, and then the depth of quality of food, drink, and people here, and especially like now I'm starting to discover the landscape, the scenery, the diversity of cities and villages and things like this, like, it's just going to keep growing. It's just going to see more people who are feeling like they're not in the right place, that want to be more intentional about where they want to be. And I think Georgia is a really great place for that. It has the value, it has the quality of life for the cost of living, all in one. And it's easy. It's really easy.
Really happy to meet Kent. Yeah, like the cigarette name.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope a lot of people come to Georgia and see our beautiful nature and everything.
Let's elaborate a little bit about the service. Tell us where you were.
Okay, so coming to Sighnaghi, there's two wine producers that we've come to love, Georgian wine producers, and they both have vineyards or cellars here. One of them is Okro, the other one is Pheasant Tears. And so, of course, we're coming here, we're really excited to visit them. What I was surprised by is, contrary to the US, where you leave the big cities, you go out into the country and the service is excellent because people care, they see each other every day, we're all like the neighbor mentality, want to treat you really well. I feel like it's kind of the opposite here, which I'm really surprised by. Service has been really bad, like consistently bad, actually. And so we haven't been to Pheasant Tears yet, but at Okro at least, it's like nobody cared if we ate there or not. Like, really, they couldn't care less. The food wasn't great. Nothing was available off the menu, and they weren't helping us try to find anything that was available off the menu. And so we were like excited and felt like we weren't welcome there. I mean, really, unfortunately, that's kind of the case. And yeah, just in general, I think I've been surprised by that, from the hotel we stayed at to coming here to this church and being like charged to park and to go to the bathroom at a church. I don't know, it's a little weird. It's a little surprising. It's not like a deal breaker by any means, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is the only one city or town you've been to other
Yeah.
cities, right, in Georgia.
Yeah.
So let's not generalize with this experience, but it's good to still share like how Sighnaghi has treated you.
Yeah. Even though the service hasn't been amazing, I still feel like it's really worth the time to come out here, especially since it's so close to Tbilisi, that like this is a great experience. If you're just happy by yourself and just doing your own thing, kind of like coming here with a group of people, I think it's still worth coming out here because it's really peaceful. It's like really calming, way less pollution, way less cars and noise. Yeah, it feels like a getaway. So for sure, go. Can I try?
All right.
Wine, beer.
You can have.
I can have this.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Kent, what's something as a representative of Americans was a cultural shock for you in Georgia?
A cultural shock. For me as an American, a cultural shock. How much I actually hate hearing other Americans is the cultural shock. To be honest, I really don't want to hear you guys. It drives me crazy. Honestly, when I'm walking down the street and I don't know what anybody's talking about, and I don't have to hear like, have you seen the new beef jerky at Costco? Or like, it's a hazy IPA. It's a hazy. It's just great. Everything I hear is just like, that's fine by me. I don't need to hear you guys.
So you're saying for you to mentally calm down, cleanse.
If I'm sitting at a restaurant and people are just going off in Georgian or other languages, great.
You could just
Perfect.
enjoy your food, your wine.
I don't have to think like, what are these people talking about? Like, this guy's being so annoying. This couple is irritating me right now. Hey, that's a me thing, but it's actually really nice. It's a breath of fresh air. And so when I do hear an American, it's a bit much. Not as bad as others, but still.
The way you're describing the life you have right now and the life you've had for the past month and a half is kind of like a dream life for someone that has a remote job or runs like companies remotely, and it's just like actually wants to go to a place where it's worth living in. Aren't you like kind of gatekeeping this place? Aren't you afraid that people are just gonna come here and kind of take your experience?
This idea of like putting Georgia on the map and talking about it, like, yeah, a part of that makes me nervous about what is that gonna mean if like more people find out about Georgia. But at the same time, like, I did the same thing. Like, I've taken from people who have been here for 5 years before me or 10 years before me and have known about Georgia. And so I'm taking from them and like oversaturating Georgia as an American for somebody else. And so, you know, I think if you watch my content, you connect with me and kind of like my values and what I'm looking for and what I value in life, like, you're gonna be welcome here. Yeah, I mean, I think there's people moving everywhere right now who don't assimilate to the culture, who don't add value to the culture. That's a huge problem worldwide right now. And so, yeah, it's kind of a hot topic to talk about, like bringing more foreigners into a country, especially a country that's so small, has its own unique culture, language, and like, I'm only speaking English. I'm not speaking Georgian. I can't pronounce things correctly. So yeah, it's like, are more of me welcome here? But I think if you have something to bring, if you have value to add to where you're living and you connect and can assimilate at least mindset-wise, at least attitude-wise to the Georgian way, then you are welcome here, no matter where you're from. So that's my 2 cents.